Hi everyone, I'm Christina Sundari, and on today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create this very simple holiday look with PYT Beauty, which is a brand new company that I was recently introduced to. I got to meet one of the founders at their launch event a few months ago, and it is a clean beauty brand that makes all kinds of cosmetics, from lip products to eyeshadows to concealers, and I did this entire look with her line. So I wanted to show you guys how I created this look. Also have a couple things that I wanted to chat with you guys about while I created this look. So let's hop into it. Before we get started though, can I tell you guys about this amazing necklace? So I was at an event last week, and the name of this company is actually called Collective Hearts, and everything about their mantra is basically just creating this community of soldiers of love, which I really loved. And it kind of goes with my personal brand anyway, because I always talk about self-love and I talk about, having a community of people that support you and love you, so that's why I really connected with the brand, and I connected with one of the owners, and then she was like, do you want to just represent us? And I was like, yeah, because that necklace is so beautiful. I've already gotten so many compliments on it, so check them out. They're called Collective Hearts. They're actually based in the Bay Area, but you can purchase all their stuff online as well as through their Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting that red button down below. Hit the bell so that you get email notifications sent directly to your inbox every time I post a new video. And of course, as always, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Lego. Foundation, concealer, and powder is already done, just for the sake of time. So first, I'm going to be starting with the PYT Beauty Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Warm Black. I am hoping that it's not too dark for me, so bear with me. This is kind of like a first impressions video too, because I actually have not tried any of the PYT Beauty products yet. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I really like the consistency of this brow pencil. It's almost like a brow gel, but it's in a pencil form. So this is really nice to use. And then I like that the stick is actually slanted, because I feel like that helps give you a more precise stroke. So I'm digging this. Now we are going to hop into this beautiful eyeshadow palette, and it is called the No BS eyeshadow palette. So what I love about it is that it's got literally shades for day and night. So if you were traveling and you just wanted one palette to do it all, I would say this one kind of does. I mean, it's got some really nice matte neutrals that you can use for an all matte look, and then it's got some nice shimmers that you can use by themselves, or you can mix them with the mattes. I am going to start with this very neutral shade in the center, and I'm gonna take that onto just a really fluffy brush. So I'm just gonna dip that into the palette, and I'm gonna go all over the eyelid. So one thing I did want to talk to you guys about while I'm getting ready here is I had so much fun in Belize. And if you guys were following my Instagram stories, you'll know that I was literally doing all the things. I went scuba diving, I went bike riding, I actually biked 8 miles. I ran a 3K on the beach. I literally had so much fun when I was in Belize. I didn't care about anything in the world except for enjoying the moment, enjoying the people, and enjoying everything about that country. It was so much fun. I would absolutely go back there again, and I will definitely go on another fitness retreat with Surf Yoga Beer is the name of the company, and it was actually started by my friend Mantis, who I've known since high school, so totally random. Now he's like this badass senior SoulCycle instructor in New York, and he created this company just to give people an opportunity to leave, the nonsense of everyday life and, just kind of live your best life. They do trips to Costa Rica and Nicaragua. They went to Ibiza, and then of course Belize. Check out their 2019 calendar. They're going to some pretty amazing places. What made this trip to Belize so different for me compared to some of the other tropical trips I've gone on is I literally did not think about getting dark. And I'm Indian, as you guys all know, and in the Indian culture, it's considered not beautiful to be dark. So oftentimes growing up, I would hear from my family, oh, don't spend too much time in the sun, you're gonna get dark. So there was always a negative connotation associated with getting dark. And even as I went through life, when I was in college, I was friends with some people. I can't even believe they were my friends. but they would tease me for the color of my skin. And someone would actually call me black, like he would call me black. And some of the girls would just say, oh, well, Christina, you're so dark. And they didn't, at the time, I didn't think they meant anything by it, but now looking back, I'm like, that was really mean. Like, why would you say that to someone? And as an adult now, I've even heard, you know, not recently, but I mean, I've heard adults like, you know, make comments about my skin color, and it would make me feel so self-conscious. But in the last year, I really stepped into my truth, and I really started living according to my rules. And so when I went to Belize, I literally did not think about it at all. I did not think about tanning. I didn't worry about it. And for anyone who's either South Asian or you are part of a culture where it's considered beautiful to be fair, then you would understand. When you are concerned about tanning, even if it's like a 5% concern, it's still a concern and it's still going to affect your mood. Because I can't even describe to you how liberated I felt just swimming, running, feeling the sun against my face, feeling the wind blowing against me. Those feelings I had never felt before. And I just thought it was so amazing. So that's why I wanted to really talk about this today, was because when you stop caring about what society wants you to be and you start caring about what you want to be, it's a totally different mindset. And that shift just felt so good to me that I want all of you guys to be able to share and enjoy that same shift. And I get it, it's not easy at all to do. We're fighting against years of this mentality. This is what our parents knew. This is what our grandparents knew. So we're kind of in this generation now where we have an opportunity. I'm so passionate about that now, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you guys about this, is because when you really do own your truth and live it, you will be so much happier. Like, I came back from Belize and so many of my close friends came up to me and they were like, you totally were living your best life. And I was like, yeah, I was. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I had a blast, and at the end of the day, that is all that matters. This is a very, very pigmented shade, and it speaks by itself. I'm a huge pink person, hence the background of this video. But I also love pink eyeshadow. I think pink eyeshadow is just so feminine and so beautiful. So on me, this actually comes out probably a little bit silver, so that's how it looks on camera. In person though, it's a very, very light pink shimmer. So this is ideal for, geez, any time of the year. And I'm just gonna take the same fluffy brush back into that gray shade, and I'm just gonna tap that into the palette because I wanna further deepen out that outer corner. This is bomb. Like, this is turning out way more bomb than I had expected. So I'm very happy right now. And what's really cool about this brand, so I actually got to meet Amy, who's one of the founders of PYT Beauty. She was actually an executive at Sephora, and she saw a huge need in the market for clean beauty products that are also high quality. Because I'm sure you guys have seen like a lot of these clean beauty brands that have makeup, they are not always the best, like they're not always the most pigmented, and that's just because they're all natural, you know? So what can you do? You know, it's either you get the process, you know, kind of stuff that's not really the best for you, or you can get the clean stuff. So she really took that concept and married the two together, where you've got a high quality product, but it's still clean, all natural ingredients, and you know exactly what's on your face. It's no BS. I'm really loving these eyeshadows right now. I thought they blended really nicely, and of course they are poppin'. I mean, hello, poppin'. And so pretty. I love how soft and romantic this look is. Like, I'm just all about the romance. I have not used this mascara before, and it's like two ends, so we're gonna explore this together right now and find out what's going on. Oh, so it's a primer, it looks like. So then the other side must be the mascara. Perfect. Okay. Ooh, I love that shape of the brush. So it's got like that hourglass shape, which is perfect for lengthening and volumizing. So we'll be digging into that in a second. If I am just working from a coffee shop, or I'm just hanging out with friends, I don't wear a ton of makeup on the regular, just because I have really grown to love and respect the skin that I'm in. Don't get me wrong, it took me many years to get to this point. I struggled with eczema growing up, and I used to have this like really, really bad rash underneath my nose, and I would always scratch it. My mom would like try to do everything she could to get me to not scratch it, but I always did because it just always irritated me, and the skin became discolored, so then it looked like I had a mustache for a while. It was so bad. And then my dermatologist would give me all this steroid cream, which would make it go away, and then it would come back, and it was just so terrible. I got very fortunate that when I got older, it all naturally kind of went away. For any of you guys out there that are struggling with skincare issues, just know that it's normal. A lot of people have, a lot of people are, and there are a lot of different things you can do to take care of your skin. I mean, the first thing is to make sure you drink tons and tons and tons of water. I cannot stress how important drinking water is. That is probably the #1 thing you can do for yourself. This is the PYT highlighter in Front Row, and this is gorgeous, so gorgeous. So just taking a fan brush, I'm going to lightly tap that into the palette. We're gonna swipe that right onto the apples of the cheeks. Wow, this is really pretty. This is like a champagne gold, but more on the goldish side, because you know, like sometimes champagne can look more silver. This is champagne, but it's slightly more gold, so this is really beautiful. Ooh. Yes, I like it. I love it when the highlighter is just placed in the perfect spot. Like that just makes me so happy. So one way you can do that is by using a fan brush. And it took me a while to catch on to fan brushes because I felt like I didn't have a lot of control over the brush. So I was just using eyeshadow brushes pretty much that were just small and fluffy. So this particular one is from Sigma. It's the strobing fan brush. It's the F42. It is actually a perfect size for most face shapes. So you just place it onto the apples of your cheeks, and then you just lightly, you guys saw what I did. You just kind of go back and forth, kind of massaging the product into the apples, or you could just kind of dust it this way, but never bring it back this way because you want the highlighter to go out, not in, because you don't want highlighter all over your nose. I mean, unless that's what you were going for, but then usually it's just the tip, but anyway, you guys get the idea. This is the cheek color in Head Rush, which is so pretty. This almost kind of reminds me of NARS Orgasm, except that one's a little bit darker. This one's lighter, and then it does have the gold flecks. We're gonna finish off this look with the lips, and this is the PYT Beauty Strike Twice Lip Duo, and this is in the shade Deja Vu. So it actually comes with a lipstick on one end and a lip gloss on the other. So I'm actually really excited to try this. The lip gloss and lipstick both contain Manuka honey, which is supposed to be really moisturizing, so I hope it tastes good too. I'm all about lip things that taste good. I guess the big takeaway from our conversation today about colorism is we need to have an open dialogue. We need to be able to talk about it. We need to be able to call people out. When someone is telling a child, stay out of the sun, you're going to get dark, that's where it's our responsibility to end that. I mean, I get it. It's not gonna happen overnight. That's just not possible. But one person standing up and saying, that's not nice, or don't say that to that child, or calling people out, being the whistleblower does more than anything else. And even if it's one child, imagine the difference you could make in that one child's life. Because I think about myself, like if somebody had said, don't tell Christina that, she's allowed to do what she wants, I don't know what that would have done for my thought process. Think about it. I mean, what would that have done for yours if you've ever dealt with that kind of treatment because of your skin tone? I'd be very curious to know. Leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I really want the dialogue to continue. That's why I love the beauty industry so much, because we are making huge strides and women of color specifically run it. So I'm really excited to see where it all goes from here. If I can get a mirror to cooperate with me. This isn't working, and I'm gonna break this lipstick, and then Amy's gonna be really upset. When I was choosing my shades, I was talking to Amy about which shade to get for the lip color. And then I thought, you know, I'll have a nice tan after Belize. I might as well go for the darkest ones. This is actually the darkest shade in her entire collection. And it is so pretty. It's a really lightweight gloss, which I really like because it's paired with the lipstick. I probably wouldn't wear this by itself just because for me, I personally like glosses that are really thick and kind of sticky. This one's not sticky at all, so I'm sure the majority of people would actually enjoy this because I think most people don't like sticky. I'm one of the few weirdos that like sticky. I'm just gonna set it all down with some Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, and then I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you are someone who is dealing with any of the effects of colorism in our world today, then just know that my heart goes out to you. I know how much it sucks, but trust me, the world is changing and we are going through a massive shift right now. And I really do believe that things are gonna be so different, but it starts with us. So as long as we start doing the right things by calling people out and just supporting each other and including everyone, then we are taking one step closer towards making the world a better place. I'm Christina Sundari, and I will see you on my next video.